Hello and welcome. My name is Vincent Vuna-Bailey and welcome to the AVG Productions interviews. Today we are joined by a very special guest all the way from Italy. We have one of my special friends here. His name is TWiGGER.
Yo, hello guys, and thanks for this interview.
Of course, brother, of course.
It's super amazing meet you
Yes.
here in Cape Town.
So awesome
it's a
connecting with
pleasure.
you, and it's so awesome and special that you can come all the way to our country, all the way from Italy. Yes, just for the people that don't know, his name is Alessandro. He makes absolutely amazing music. How would you define your music? It's obviously psychedelic in nature.
I can define every time as a twilight or a kind of twilight with a little bit of higher BPM and tracks
Yes.
with a little bit of higher BPM and some sounds from high-tech. But you know, I do something really, a lot of different kind of tracks, but more is usually as twilight
Yes.
genre,
Yes.
if you want to
Okay.
put my music
Into
in
a genre. Yes. Okay. From my side, he plays amazing nighttime psy, as he said. A lot of the time, the higher BPM genres. But what I like, he always keeps it nice and fun and energetic. So even if it's fast, even if it's hard, you know, you're still having a great time dancing around. How long have you been in South Africa for now?
From 15 days, more or less.
Okay.
I landed in, I don't remember, in the 12.
Okay,
more or
on the
less.
12th, yes.
Yeah, or 9,
And this was in Johannesburg.
Yeah, I was in Johannesburg to play
Okay.
at the Rebirth Festival.
Okay, what did you think about Johannesburg and Rebirth Festival in general?
Yeah, Johannesburg is a good place. Really, really different than Europe.
Yes.
It's my first international and intercontinental trip,
Wow.
so it's really, really different, but I love it so much.
Awesome.
And also I love it so much, the people. It's really different from Europe. A lot of love and funny people, and was a really, really good place
Nice.
to meet a lot of people.
Yes, the South African people are usually very welcoming, so I'm glad to hear
Yeah.
that you felt a similar response. And then you say you played at Rebirth, now you came down to Cape Town, and how you enjoying Cape Town?
Yeah, I was to come to Cape Town to have a boat party with PsynOpticz Records, but unfortunately it doesn't happen.
Yes, it didn't happen, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So the people in Cape Town were deprived, honestly, of his amazing tunes, but I guess it's our loss.
Yeah.
And you say the party, it was going to be organized and was organized through PsynOpticz Records, and you're of course signed to PsynOpticz Records, yes?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
signed up on PsynOpticz Records from since 2-3 years. Yeah,
Awesome.
for 2019.
Okay.
I started to work with my first to launch my first EP called Blast County.
Yes.
That was out in
Killer EP,
PsynOpticz.
by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And yes, I started to work with Calvin from
Yes.
PsynOpticz.
Switch Catch, if you do not know.
Yeah, Switch Catch.
And how did you originally link up with PsynOpticz? Did you message them? They message you? How did the connection happen?
I sent to him my music 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
But was happened nothing because I had another project called Ben Marta, was more slower, more full on. It was my first project. And after a couple of years, I resent to him my music, and he's appreciate, and
You can see the development of your sound.
yeah, so we have started to work together with PsynOpticz. Also, I decided to go to PsynOpticz because I think it's a really good label with a lot of different artists, and
Yes.
also Calvin bring to you the possibility to do all that you want without any kind of
Restriction.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
This
awesome.
is amazing, in my opinion. You know, for an artist, you can do all that you want. Obviously, I
Yes.
am not flat, you know, but I have a kind of style, but I can do all the things.
Yes,
you
like
know?
as an artist for you, you're a very unique artist. You like to make things that sound quite different. So I can imagine it wouldn't be so nice being tied to a label where they're constricting you in terms of which sound and direction that you can go.
Yeah, sure.
Obviously, you have it on your logo and as your arm tattoo, but you're obviously very inspired by games and video games.
Yeah, absolutely. I love games, as you can see. I love
Sure.
Mario Bros. Is
Yeah,
one of
full
my favorite
Nintendo
games.
arm.
And I love also this kind of sound design from video games. But bro, there's a lot of things that inspire me. I take from all the music, also some funky jazz. I love all the things that bring some energy and the euphoric things on the music. I love this kind of vibration.
Okay, so that's also why you like the games and the original stuff, because it brings back that nostalgia and excitement.
Yeah.
Okay, almost like a childhood excitement.
Yeah,
when you're a
there's
kid,
a child inside me.
Yeah. When I listen to your music, I feel like a little child just dancing,
Yeah.
And so obviously you're here in South Africa, originally from Italy, which, by the way, in case you guys don't know, English is not his first language, and I think that he's doing amazingly. So yeah, just give some props there.
Thank you. I've started learning only in the past year.
Yeah, only a year of English, and now he's really learning Afrikaans. He learned some just words at the Joel.
Yeah.
And
I had a proper Joel here.
Yes, you had a proper Joel here.
Yeah.
And what would you say the music is like here compared to in Italy?
It's a little bit different, different, because there's also in Italy, there's a good scene about psy-trance, but there's not a lot of or too much producers.
Okay, mostly DJs.
Yeah, we're not too much. There's a big labels from Italy as Unimoon or other Blacklight Records, but there's not a lot of producers. I think that there's maybe 20, 13.
Yes, very small amount.
Yeah, but it's a good scene, and there's a lot of good people that doing some good music.
Yes. Okay.
And yeah.
Just more so, not a lot of producers in the scene. So maybe it's not a lot of an Italian sound, not a lot of originality. Maybe.
I don't know, because in psy-trance, I don't know how the Italian can bring their things in music, because Italian music is really, really different and really classical music, and also maybe a little bit annoying,
Yes.
And put it in psy-trance, it's not really easy. I'm trying to make some remix from Donatello Rettore, and I take some 18th track and do some remix and bring some Italian stuffs, because also about that things, there's no kind of proper Italian things in music, and would be also maybe sharing the word also these things about
showing
psy-trance.
where you're from and what that's about through the music.
Yeah. But I don't know, maybe the producer that come from Italy doing already that, maybe, and the Italian sound is like mine or something else, it's a new sound. So maybe that is what we can bring on the music, as Italian.
It's so interesting, all the different countries and continents in the world, how even with a similar type of genre, like you have psychedelic music, you'll still have in each place a slightly different sound and what the people like and what the people are producing. And you make quite a lot of remixes of songs, and I feel like it connects quite well with people. You did Daft Punk, the Super Mario, and the Doors, very, very fun songs,
Yeah.
What gave you the inspiration to do that? Was it to connect with other people who listen to other genres, or what was this? Similar to the nostalgia?
Is only because I love the track. I love LA Woman. Also, it's not one of the best tracks, or not the best, one of the most famous track from the Doors, but in my opinion is really great tracks. And when there's some tracks that I love, I want to bring some psychedelic things, and also show to the new generation maybe that cannot
they don't understand
don't know this kind of music. So has technology, can LA Woman remix. I try, someone maybe can say, bro, you don't have to do that. You can touch these masterpieces.
No.
But in my opinion, it's good, and also you can bring a lot of new energy and new fresh things on the tracks. And so, sometimes I like to take the tracks and do some remix, also because it's really quickly. You can bring out kick and bass, some percussion, and
you bring the sounds that
a couple of sounds and do a really big tracks.
And
it worked. I say as LA Woman, and the people get crazy with this track. It's so amazing. I say that it's so amazing not because it's mine, but because I love this track, and when I play this track, it
brings
really
the energy.
cool. Yeah.
And as you say, it brings back that nostalgia for people of the age or in a generation, you know, maybe that music was never for them.
Yeah.
So now you get to bring it back alive for them, which
Yeah,
is very
yeah.
exciting. And I think it's also been good for your music, perhaps even moving it here to South Africa. Before I had properly connected with you, I'd seen some videos online and they were playing, like I told you today, at White Rabbit Festival in Johannesburg. And I feel like it got your sound nicely out there because it's something that people know. Okay, a remix of a song they know or something, but then you bring your own sound with it. And yes, it makes people learn about who you are, which is very exciting. And as well as with the remix tracks and that EP that you brought out with PsynOpticz, in the next couple months, what you got planning in terms of the release side?
I'm still working on my next release in my first big album, proper album,
Yes.
about 7 or 8 track. I have to see because there's some tracks that maybe to put out. But yes, I'm working on this album, my first big album, 8 tracks, and there will be a lot of collaboration and also only my tracks alone. 3-4 tracks alone by me, and also there will be some collaboration with Johnny Chronics, Alien Chaos, and some other big producers, and will be really, but I'm still working because there's a lot of work to do on the tracks, to do all the tracks perfect.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, lots
in
of
the
people.
We'll be out in the beginning of 2022, more or less, January or February.
January next year, Feb next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
In PsynOpticz Records.
Okay, with PsynOpticz Records.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of people, they don't realize how much effort and time it takes in the studio, but you're literally bringing something from nothing. You're creating something, and then you are giving it to people to enjoy.
Yeah, it's more difficult, maybe, in my opinion, to do collaboration because work with other people that you send the tracks, waiting for the tracks, take a lot of more time. Then your stuff that you can do. Okay, I'm me, and I know what I have to do.
Yes. So when you work on tracks by yourself compared to collaboration, you say you maybe move through them a lot quicker.
Yeah. It's more quicker because you can be stuck, but you're only you, and you don't have to talk with other people that maybe also can be stuck in the tracks with your tracks, and also they have a lot of tracks to do. Yeah, it's really quicker in my opinion. Or if you find a big producer or a good producer that work very quickly, you can send the track, and in 1 week coming back the track, and
quick turnover time and everything. Okay. And I would say, compared to many producers, you say there's not a lot in Italy, but you, when you are producing, you bring out tracks quite often. You are live streaming on Twitch quite often, so your work rate is very good. What gives you the inspiration? What gives you that excitement and energy for the music like it does?
I take the inspiration more or less from the movies or also random video from YouTube because I like to take the vocals from the movies and stuff like that. But my inspiration at the moment, at the beginning, was to listen to other music from other producers. But now I've improved my knowledge, so I'm only do some sound design, a lot of sound design in the tracks, and I do not random things, but I have more knowledge and I can do more stuffs, and after I can take the goodest part from the track for the sounds and put it on the track. Usually I don't start to think as I want to do an atmosphere or lead. Maybe I start from lead and I do an atmosphere. It's strange because when you grow up with your knowledge, you know what to do, but you can do all the things. So it's, I don't know about the inspiration. The only inspiration that I take is from movie, from vocals, but the other stuffs, it's only sound design, kick, bass, percussion, and after hours of sound design and take them and see what happened,
You're like taking nothing to something and then you making it sound good.
The inspiration, come in my mind as maybe, I've seen that movie. Okay, I want to use that vocals. I want to bring in my track, and I do the track as maybe my last track that I'm doing, and it's close, is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's from a old movie, and I tell a story on the tracks with the vocal, but using not the same, but the same psychedelic things.
And similar to your other music, it brings the nostalgia of someone who might know the movie, but now they don't know the track, and you bring that together. It's magic, bro. It's magic. As well as you have your own alias as TWiGGER, and you used to have Ben Rama, but now you are also working with a collaboration group, also with PsynOpticz. What's that? The Blasting Brothers.
Yeah, it's Blasting Brothers. I've started this new project 1 year ago.
Yes.
Also far at the beginning of this pandemic situation, we were stuck in the studio and start to talk with Seb Skuta and another guy, Spirit from Molecule, and we have decided to do a project all together in 3 person and to do something different. And about this project, I can tell you really what kind of sound we do, because it's a mix of all of us. Seb Skuta is a little bit night psy-trance, and also he come from Iran, and he brings his kind of vibration with these scales, strange. And also this Spirit from Molecule, and he is come from Italy. Also, he do something more night or twilight also. And nothing, but decided to start this new project with called it Blasting Brothers, and we was out with our first EP, Barefoot EPs.
Yes, also with PsynOpticz.
Also with PsynOpticz, yes. And nothing, we are still working on our new, on a new collaboration tracks and also new EP. We are still working, and we have blasted with Blasting Brothers at Rebirth Festival too, and was amazing. Some people also like it more than my project, because it's more psychedelic and more continuous, But it's a really blast project.
Yes, it's really it's cool to work with other people in the scene to create.
Yeah,
and it's really great that you have done this now. And did you hook it up with PsynOpticz just via Calvin? You said that I'm working with some brothers
I talked with Calvin and I say to him, bro, I've started this new project, and you say, oh, okay, send me the tracks. He listen to the track and say, whoa, they're cool. We have to release it here. But we are not signed with PsynOpticz. We are only releasing. Yeah, but I'm in PsynOpticz. More or less, we are inside of PsynOpticz.
Yes, and obviously now. We are getting towards the end of 2021, so it's pretty much been 2 years of the pandemic. So other than starting Blasting Brothers, have you just been using the time in studio to create music, or how has the pandemic affected you?
Yeah, bro, in my opinion, to be honest, it's totally opposite, because a lot of the people don't have liked it and was really hearted about that. And in my opinion, was one of the best moments in my life, because I have take a lot of time from my work, and I've started to work a lot in my studio, and I improved I improved so much my knowledge, and so in my opinion,
the sound production, the quality,
it was really cool. Working as a producer all the day, entire day, stuck in the studio and work is a dream for me,
It almost forced you, and now gave you a reason to be in the studio the whole day with no excuses. Like, I have to be here. I can't even go outside, so why
absolutely.
not be here?
Yeah, there was no gigs, but was really cool to producing, and I think that all the producers that had liked it about that, or maybe if you was a producer before the COVID situation,
But now they had the time to spend it on the music.
Yeah. It was really, really a good time, in my opinion.
Awesome. Yes, and I'm sure that you guys will be hearing much of TWiGGER's tracks in the future. Lots of hard work in the studio, as well as amazing live sets. But I think that's about all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us for the AVG Productions. Alessandro, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much to you guys.
Of course, my brother, many blessings. And anything else you have to say to the people of South Africa?
I want to say really, really thank you to all of you South African people. I really, really appreciate your love and your vibes. So, guys, you're amazing, really amazing. Thank you so much.
Many blessings, lots of love. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself an amazing day.